You're probably watching AI demos online, getting excited about ChatGPT, maybe even trying Grok. But here's what nobody's telling you. You're missing out on Google's secret weapons that just dropped. I've spent the last few days testing every major AI model out there, burning through hundreds of credits. And I discovered something wild. Google just quietly released 2 AI models that completely changed the game, and most people don't even know they exist yet. Welcome back to BitBiasedAI, where we do the research so you don't have to. Join our community of AI enthusiasts. Click the newsletter link in the description for weekly analysis delivered straight to your inbox. So in this video, I'm revealing everything about Google's Gemini 3.0 and Veo 3.1, the AI breakthroughs that Google DeepMind just unleashed. I'll show you exactly what each one can do, how they absolutely demolish the competition in specific areas, and then we'll put them head-to-head with ChatGPT's GPT-5. You'll see real examples, actual comparisons, and by the end, you'll know exactly which AI to use for what. First up, let's start with Veo 3.1, because what it can do will literally blow your mind. Google Veo 3.1, the video revolution. Here's where things get absolutely insane. Remember when we thought AI-generated videos looked like weird fever dreams? Well, Google just said, "Hold my beer," and dropped Veo 3.1 in October 2025. And it's not just another video generator, it's a complete filmmaking AI. Picture this. You type a simple prompt or drop in a couple of images, and boom, Veo 3.1 creates an 8-second mini-movie that looks so real, you'd swear it was shot on a Red camera. But wait. Here's the kicker that nobody saw coming. It adds perfectly synchronized audio. Not just random background noise, but actual environmental sounds that match exactly what's happening in the scene. We're talking footsteps that sync with movement, wind that rustles leaves at just the right moment, even spoken dialogue that matches lip movements. The tool behind this magic is called Flow. And let me tell you, the control you have is mind-blowing. You can literally give it 2 images, say, a cat sitting, and then that same cat jumping. And Veo will smoothly animate the entire sequence between them, creating a natural transition that would take a professional animator hours to produce. But here's where it gets even crazier. You know how in movies, directors can add or remove things from scenes in post-production? Veo 3.1 does this automatically. Through Flow's insert feature, you can drop any object or character into an existing video, and the AI handles all the complex stuff, shadows, lighting, reflections, making it look like it was always there. Need to remove your ex from that vacation? Video. The AI reconstructs the background so perfectly, it's like they never existed. Too dark? Too real? Maybe, but the technology is undeniably impressive. And if your video's too short, just extend it. Veo 3.1 can seamlessly add more content to your clip, maintaining the same style, lighting, and narrative flow. Google's engineers said it best. Creators can now refine their videos with unprecedented precision, using multiple reference images, bridging frames, and adding rich integrated audio that brings everything to life. Think about what this means for content creators, advertisers, filmmakers, anyone who needs video content. You're not just generating clips anymore, you're directing AI-powered productions. This isn't the future of video creation, it's happening right now, and most people have no idea it even exists. Google Gemini 3.0, the productivity monster. Now, if Veo 3.1 is the creative powerhouse, Gemini 3.0 is the intellectual heavyweight that's about to revolutionize how we work. And before you say, "Oh, another ChatGPT clone," let me stop you right there. Because what Google's doing with Gemini is fundamentally different. First, let's talk about what we already have with Gemini 2.5, which dropped earlier in 2025. Google's CTO called it their most intelligent AI model, and the benchmarks back it up. It's currently dominating the LM Arena rankings, especially in reasoning and code generation. But here's the feature that made my jaw drop. It has a 1 million token context window with 2 million on the horizon. Let me put that in perspective for you. That means you could feed it an entire novel, a complete code base, hours of audio, multiple research papers, and a bunch of images, all in one conversation. And it doesn't just read them. It understands the connections between all of them. You could literally ask it to find patterns between a video clip, a spreadsheet, and a research paper, and it would do it seamlessly. But Gemini 3.0, expected by the end of 2025, takes this to an entirely new level. When Sundar Pichai announced it at Dreamforce, he didn't call it an AI model. He called it an AI agent. That single word changes everything. This isn't just about chatting anymore. It's about having an AI that actually does things for you. Imagine opening Google Docs and having Gemini 3.0 automatically reorganize your document for clarity, while simultaneously fact-checking against recent sources and suggesting relevant images from your drive. Or picture it in Gmail, not just summarizing emails, but actually drafting contextual responses based on your communication style, scheduling meetings, and updating project statuses across multiple platforms, all without you asking. Early testers are already seeing massive improvements in practical tasks. Gemini 3.0 is generating complete web interfaces. We're talking SVG graphics, responsive HTML layouts, and complex UI designs that surpass what even experienced developers could quickly produce. The multimodal reasoning has jumped too, meaning when you show it a chart and ask a question about the data, it doesn't just read the labels. It understands trends, identifies anomalies, and suggests actionable insights. Here's what really sets Gemini apart, though. It's being woven into Google's entire ecosystem. This isn't an AI you visit in a separate app. It's becoming the infrastructural brain of all your productivity tools. While ChatGPT sits in its own window, Gemini 3.0 will be working behind the scenes in Docs, Sheets, Slides, Gmail, everywhere you already work. It's not adding another tool to your workflow, it's supercharging the tools you already use. The ultimate showdown, Gemini and Veo versus ChatGPT and Grok. Alright, now for the part you've been waiting for, how do Google's new models stack up against the competition? Because let's be honest, OpenAI's ChatGPT with GPT-5 and Elon's Grok aren't exactly slouches. So let's break this down in a way that actually matters for real users. ChatGPT with GPT-5, which OpenAI dropped in August 2025, is what I call the Swiss Army knife of AI. It's got this brilliant unified system where simple queries get instant answers from a fast model, but complex problems automatically trigger a deeper thinking mode. The result? It can generate complete web apps from a single prompt, and I mean complete, with design, user interface, back-end logic, the works. It's also crushing it in vision tasks, understanding and generating images almost as naturally as text. Where ChatGPT really shines is in its massive ecosystem. The plugins, the integrations, the third-party tools, it's everywhere. If you need a polished, general-purpose AI that just works for almost anything, ChatGPT is your reliable friend. It's like having a brilliant intern who knows a bit about everything and can help with almost any task. But then there's Grok's XAI, and this one's fascinating. They built it differently, with extreme reinforcement learning that lets it literally think for seconds or even minutes before answering. You can actually watch its thought process with the Think button, which is both mesmerizing and educational. The payoff? It absolutely destroys complex reasoning tasks. We're talking 93.3% on collegiate math exams that would make most humans cry. Grok is like having a brilliant but slightly eccentric professor who sometimes references Elon's latest tweets. It's unmatched for STEM subjects and deep problem solving, but it's currently text-only and has a smaller ecosystem. If you need to solve quantum physics problems or debug complex algorithms, Grok's your genius friend who might also crack inappropriate jokes. Now here's where the comparison gets really interesting. Google's Gemini 3.0 is playing a completely different game. While ChatGPT is broad and Grok is deep, Gemini is integrated. It's not trying to be the best at everything. It's trying to be everywhere you need it. That million token context means it can handle entire projects in memory, and its multimodal capabilities mean it treats text, images, audio, and video as naturally as we treat conversation. And Veo 3.1? It's in a league of its own. Neither ChatGPT nor Grok can touch it for video generation. While they're fighting over who can write better code or solve harder math problems, Veo is over here creating Hollywood-quality clips with synchronized audio. It's not even a fair comparison. It's like comparing a chef to a filmmaker. But wait. Here's the plot twist that changes everything. These AIs aren't really competing for the same throne. They're building different kingdoms. ChatGPT is building the kingdom of versatility, where one AI does everything pretty well. Grok is building the kingdom of reasoning, where deep thinking solves impossible problems. Gemini is building the kingdom of integration, where AI becomes invisible infrastructure. And Veo is building the kingdom of creativity, where imagination becomes video reality. Practical applications and real-world impact. So let's get practical here, because knowing about these AIs is one thing, but understanding when to use each one is where the real power lies. I've been using all of these for different projects, and the results have been eye-opening. Here's a real scenario that happened last week. I needed to create a product demo video, write technical documentation, solve a complex API integration issue, and generate marketing copy. In the old world, that's 4 different specialists and probably a week of work. In the AI world, it took me 3 hours using the right combination of tools. For the video, Veo 3.1 through Flow was absolutely unmatched. I gave it my product screenshots and a rough storyboard, and it created smooth transitions with ambient office sounds and even simulated screen recordings. The 8-second clips were perfect for social media teasers. No other AI could have done this. ChatGPT can't generate videos at this quality, and Grok doesn't even try. For the technical documentation, Gemini 2.5 destroyed the competition. Why? That massive context window meant I could feed it my entire code base, previous documentation, and competitor examples all at once. It didn't just write docs. It understood the architectural decisions and explained them in context. ChatGPT would have needed multiple sessions and lost context, while Grok would have overthought every technical detail. The API integration bug was Grok's moment to shine. This wasn't a simple error. It was a race condition that only appeared under specific load conditions. Grok's deep reasoning actually walked through multiple hypotheses, tested each one logically, and identified the issue in its 3rd attempt. Watching it think through the problem was like pair programming with a senior engineer who never gets frustrated. And the marketing copy? Classic ChatGPT territory. GPT-5's versatility and understanding of tone, audience, and persuasion created multiple variations that felt natural and engaging. It understood the product from our previous conversations and maintained brand voice consistency across different formats. But here's the revelation that'll blow your mind. The future isn't about choosing one AI, it's about orchestration. Imagine Gemini 3.0 embedded in your Google Workspace, automatically, coordinating between Docs, Sheets, and Gmail. You're writing a report, and it's simultaneously fact-checking, pulling relevant data from your spreadsheets, and drafting email summaries to stakeholders. Meanwhile, you're using ChatGPT for creative brainstorming, Grok for solving technical challenges, and Veo for creating visual content. This is already happening in enterprise settings. Companies are building AI workflows where different models handle different parts of the pipeline. Gemini handles data analysis and integration. ChatGPT manages customer interactions. Grok solves engineering problems, and Veo creates marketing materials. The cost savings are insane, but more importantly, the speed of execution is transforming entire industries. The hidden features nobody talks about now. Let me share some hidden gems I've discovered that even most AI enthusiasts don't know about. These are the features that'll make you look like an AI wizard. With Veo 3.1, there's an undocumented technique where you can chain multiple 8-second clips using consistent style tokens. By maintaining certain visual elements across prompts, you can create longer narratives that feel cohesive. I've managed to create 40-second stories that maintain character consistency and narrative flow. The trick is in how you structure your reference images and bridge frames. Gemini has a feature that's absolute gold for developers. It can understand and maintain state across multiple code repositories simultaneously. While everyone's excited about the million-token context, the real power is in how it maps relationships between different code bases. I've used it to refactor entire microservice architectures by feeding it multiple repos at once. It identified redundant code, suggested service boundaries, and even caught potential security vulnerabilities that our traditional tools missed. Here's something wild about Grok that most people miss. Its reasoning isn't just for math and logic. When you enable verbose thinking mode and apply it to creative writing or business strategy, it generates these fascinating decision trees that explore multiple narrative or strategic paths. It's like having access to parallel universes of possibilities. I used this for a product launch strategy, and it identified market risks I hadn't even considered. And ChatGPT's GPT-5 has this subtle but powerful feature where it adapts its response speed based on query complexity. Simple questions get instant responses, but it automatically shifts into deeper analysis mode for complex queries without being asked. The key is learning to phrase your prompts to trigger the right mode. Start with "analyze the following in detail" versus "quick question," and you'll see dramatically different response depths. But here's the feature that combines them all and nobody's talking about it: API orchestration. You can actually chain these models together programmatically. I built a workflow where Gemini analyzes data, passes insights to Grok for deep reasoning, sends the conclusions to ChatGPT for natural language generation, and finally uses Veo to create explanatory videos. It's like having an entire AI agency working for you. The future and what it means for you. Okay, let's zoom out and talk about what's really happening here, because this isn't just about cool features. It's about a fundamental shift in how we'll work and create. Google's strategy with Gemini 3.0 and Veo 3.1 reveals something profound. They're not trying to win the AI race. They're trying to make AI invisible. When Gemini 3.0 fully integrates into Workspace, you won't think, "I'm using AI." You'll just notice that you're mysteriously more productive. Your documents will organize themselves, your emails will draft themselves, your presentations will design themselves. It's ambient intelligence, and it's brilliant. This changes everything for professionals. If you're a marketer, Veo means you're now a video producer. If you're a developer, Gemini means you're now architecting at 10x speed. If you're an analyst, Grok means you're solving problems that used to require entire teams. And if you're smart, you're using all of them to become superhuman at your job. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say. If you're not learning to orchestrate these AIs right now, you're about to become obsolete. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. The person who knows how to leverage Gemini's integration, Veo's creativity, ChatGPT's versatility, and Grok's reasoning isn't competing with you on the same level. They're playing an entirely different game. The good news? We're still in the early adoption phase. Most people are still treating AI like a better search engine, while you can be orchestrating multiple models to achieve things that seem impossible. The gap between AI users and non-users is growing exponentially, but the gap between basic AI users and AI orchestrators is about to become a chasm. So here's the bottom line that'll determine your future success with AI. Gemini 3.0 is your productivity multiplier that lives in your workspace. Veo 3.1 is your creative partner that turns ideas into visual reality. ChatGPT with GPT-5 is your versatile assistant for everything in between. And Grok is your genius problem solver for when things get complex. The winner isn't any single model. The winner is you, if you learn to use them all strategically. Start with your biggest pain point. If it's content creation, dive into Veo. If it's productivity, get Gemini integrated into your workflow. If it's problem solving, give Grok a shot and keep ChatGPT as your reliable daily driver. But whatever you do, start now. Because in 6 months, the people using these tools won't just be slightly ahead, they'll be operating in a completely different reality. The future isn't about AI replacing us. It's about those who use AI replacing those who don't. Drop a comment below telling me which AI you're most excited to try first. And if this video opened your eyes to possibilities you hadn't considered, hit that subscribe button because I'm documenting every breakthrough, every hidden feature, and every game-changing workflow as they happen. The AI revolution isn't coming. It's here, and you're either riding the wave or getting swept away by it. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the age of AI, the only limit is your imagination and your willingness to learn. See you in the next one.